Hello, hello. How is everyone doing on this Tuesday evening? So today we have the Seal 80. This is the green color, and the badge is, I believe, the neon green with carbon. Uh, Brass weight, matching neon green and carbon badge on the back. I do already have a build for this with KD 400 and the 4mm PEI plate, but we also have this 4mm ABS plate and an aluminum plate. So we're probably going to build with both of these, as well as do a sound test of the PEI plate. And then we will be using some Night Stabs, Knights V4. I'm running out of lube in this pen, so I should order some more. I really can't go back to just a regular tub of lube with a normal brush after using these pens for so long. Hey Nana, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. How's your day? How's your day going so far? Wish I knew about those pens earlier. Now I have redundant jars of 205. Yeah, I have like 3 of them full, never opened, because yeah, these pens came out and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get one to try, and I couldn't go back. I do need to get some more. A lot of vendors are carrying these now. It's not just Omnitype. I mean, they're the Omnitype pen, but a lot of vendors carry it. And they have different lubes as well too. I know they have BDZ, they have 306, 206, quite a lot, honestly. I need to get like 3 of these at a time though, so I don't end up running out randomly. I've been using a knockoff version, but Oblotsky just shipped my order of every Omnitype pen type. Ooh, you got one of each? That's crazy. I bought a tube of dielectric grease for my first build over 10 years ago, and still haven't run out. That's crazy. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how. I've never used dielectric grease for any build, so I don't know how. Sorry, I don't know how long it lasts. Uh, but I think I've gone through maybe 3 of these pens. These are 3 milliliter pens. But before these, I had probably gone through at least 4 5 milliliter containers of 205G0. I think my problem is, first, I buy too many boards. Second, I buy multiple PCBs per board. So I'm always lubing an extra set of stabs. And 3, when I sell a board, I always give my stabs away. So I always need to lube more for the next one. My day's been good, thanks for asking. I won the silver Jane raffle. Ooh, that's awesome. That's the Jane V3, right? My first KLC raffle entry. Yeah, those feel good when you finally win one of them. Was this was your first time joining and you won? That's crazy. Although I know most people join those for the Kohaku. It's very, I feel like it's very one-sided when it comes to like popularity on that. That's good. I think I've only won one raffle for KLC. Um, for a Kohaku, and I ended up giving the spot to a friend. I guess I've had 2 Kohakus. I didn't. The beloved one wasn't the raffle, but I did have that. I also ended up giving that spot away to a friend. I wanted to get the Reseda Green one. I really like that color. I've always liked the Reseda Green corn. Um, but unfortunately, I didn't win. And yeah, it's super low chances to win. I think that Kohaku has like a way lower chance than everything else. Even though it's 200 units, I think everyone enters for that board. It's got to be like in the thousands of number of entries. The Jane is also popular, but I think not as much. But there were also fewer boards, so I need friends like you. Well, I didn't give the board away. I gave my spot away for them to be able to buy it. So maybe not that good of a friend, but you know. If I am ever in a position to where I can buy the Kohaku and just give it away to a friend, though, I would. You'll see how many people will enter for Stinga. Oh, Stinga is going to be crazy. I'm going to enter for Stinga, even though. Okay, so that board was teased so long ago, and I'm not. How do I put this? I don't hate it, but I'm a bit disappointed how similar to the Kohaku it looks. It looks like they just kind of shrunk it a little bit, but it does look cool. I prefer the look of a 60. Yeah, it's the 60. I prefer the look of a 60, so I will enter for it and I will try to win it. Probably won't, but you know. But yeah, the Stinger looks cool. I do like. I think I like the Stingray engraving on the back as a, like compared to the Kohaku one. The Kohaku one's cool, but the Stinga that looks kind of kind of sick. I'll be building my Haku as soon as the matching keycaps arrive. Oh, which one do you have? Which Kohaku? You bought a rubber Haku? Ooh, okay. Are you into that whole like the rubber hose aesthetic? I'm not really into that, so I didn't really like that one. It's not my favorite. Yeah, I mean that's good. if you're into it, then yeah, it seems like it's really cool. It's a really cool board to own if that's your style. Hey, Niku, what's going on? I'm glad it's the most successful. Yeah, yeah. I wish they would have done a bit more involved of a collab with the with the beloved one. I felt like it was a bit lacking in comparison to the rubber hose one or rubber hose. I don't actually know how to pronounce that correctly. This song is fire. Yeah, this song is fire. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure why the Kohaku. I mean, sorry, the beloved Kohaku was it wasn't as involved. I don't know. It just it felt a little lackluster. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of the that aesthetic, but I thought it was a cool board. The Jane I think looks absolutely stunning. That backweight design is crazy. Can't hear anything over my own music. Jane's the top of my wish list. Yeah, yeah. I that's one I would get regardless of that you know it's that that style because it just looks really cool. Um, I have a Jane coming that I've been waiting for a while now. Yeah, yeah, Niku. I feel like it's a very specific niche, and if you like it, you love it. But if you know, like, if you don't, you kind of hate it. I don't think there's like an in between for it. Yeah, the desk mats are cool. Some of them are really cool. Jane ZE and KOC Jane V3. Okay, so I'm not particularly interested in Jane V3s, um, because they removed the O ring option, and the daughter board is not something like I don't know. It's not. It doesn't bother me that much, but the fact that they changed to it is kind of weird to me. They made it worse. I do like how it sounds in top mount though. I think in top mount is one of the best sounding Janes. At least the first one, the Ruber Hose one. I think it's nice. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like a weird kind of pivot. Try more batteries is stupid in a heavy board. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think the people that are going to buy a Jane. I don't know if that's the same people that would be, you know, super interested in a wireless board. So I don't know why that decision was made. But I mean, I could be wrong. I don't have any numbers, you know. It just seems a little strange to me to make that decision. I'm currently waiting on a Lamb Jane, the Lamb Alert one. I got the red and copper version. It's been a while, but it should be coming soon. Really excited for that one. That one I think is a 2.5, I guess. It's not quite a V3. It still has all of the features of a V2. Kind of enjoy it, but let's see how long it's yeah. Honestly, in the phase of doing some stuff myself, like running boards. Yeah, I feel like at some point in this hobby, you should end up running your own board, whether it's you commission a design or you learn to design yourself. But I think that's something everyone should aim to do. Because there won't be a board quite as good as a board you made to your own specifications. All boards seem like ripoffs for me. I mean, yeah, I mean, like you can't expect everyone to be super creative. Like there is so many just top mount O ring TKLs coming out these days that you're like, when is it gonna stop? But most of them are like being made with different slightly different to the other enough to where it might be perfect for one person while the other one was just missing that tiny little thing, you know. But I'm all for people designing their own boards and getting their own perfect board. Like I don't know if you guys know Rukia. You probably do. He's pretty popular. As a designer, like he made the Corsa because that's the exact board he wanted. Right? He made it to the perfect board for himself, and it just turns out that it ended up being a board that everyone else kind of likes too. Somehow none of your boards support O-ring. I'm not a huge fan of O-ring personally. I guess I just prefer top mount. I shouldn't say I'm not a big fan of O-ring, but if top mount is available, that's what I'm going for. I mean a lot of people do like O-ring. I just personally would much prefer top mount. And then if top mount isn't available, I prefer my second go-to is probably pour on gasket. Not just gasket, specifically pour on because it sounds better than something like silicone gasket socks, stuff like that. I won't know until I try. My dumbass even pre-bought PCB snap and key snap. Um, so those are cool to try as well. I know I personally, when I tried PCB snap, it was in the plus 84 when I built that a few months back. I didn't love it. But it was also my first time trying it, so I'm not sure if I placed them correctly. I should give it another try. Maybe in a smaller board they would also work better. I don't know if I like how they work in a TKO. I like them way more on the spider than O-ring. Uh, Liquid Evil, thank you for the follow. Thank you for stopping by the stream today. Key snap doesn't work for me in any of my boards. Yeah, I haven't tried key snap. I've only tried PCB snap. Do you guys know the difference? I haven't actually looked too much into it. Does one of them allow you to do plateless and the other doesn't? I'm actually not sure. Not sure if you guys know. P-snap sits between PCB and plate. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, so PCB snap is closer to like sort of the way O-ring works. Yeah, okay. Or at least where the O-ring sits. I gotcha. So key snap, okay. Interesting. Yeah, it seems like PCB snap would be more compatible like universally because you don't need the O-ring posts for it to work, right? Yeah, so I mean that's a good option to have or at least to try in boards where you don't like the original mounting or you're just not the biggest fan of it. But are there any other boards you guys have been looking at lately? Anything in IC that's coming soon that you got your eye on? C-Lady on order? Ooh, nice. What configuration did you get? Did you get any of the crazy PCBs? PC with copper weight. I was waiting for the Eclipse TKL and the January 65, but the Hackle and the Jane person. Oh yeah, I mean that's a lot. Buying both of those, that's easily like $2,000 if you got extras with them. You ordered Antipod logos. That's a budget board, right? Or am I wrong? I don't remember that one specifically. The logos. Nope. What am I thinking of? I feel like they had a budget board somewhat recently. Glare TKO round 2 possibly. Ooh, something about the glare. So about 2 years ago ish, um, I was really I was really into the glare. I really wanted one. I always wanted one. Yeah, no, 420 is not, it's not budget. I think I was just thinking of the wrong board. Um, yeah, so I really wanted a glare for a really long time. Good afternoon, twitch.tv Valcarez. What's going on, Ferg? How you doing? How's your day going, you ISO user? Can't believe you've betrayed us like this. I didn't like those apple-like grooves. I said, right? That's what I said. Pretty damn good, actually. That's nice. Oh, so about the glare, right? So it was like I was like, oh, when are they gonna do round two? When are they gonna do round two? And then a year and a half passed, and I was like, wow, I'm like, at this point you have the plus 84, which doesn't even look that different from a glare, right? And at such a lower price point that it's kind of like, damn, is a glare really worth it? Obviously, if it's worth it, it's up to you, right? It's not. I'm kind of just like saying what I was thinking to myself once I saw that the glare round two was gonna happen. Right, like to some people, it might still be worth it just because it's the glare. It was at some point a board that everyone wanted. Depends on the prices, of course. If it's too crazy, I'm gonna pass. Yeah, so that's the problem, right? Because especially right now, like prices are so unpredictable. Like material costs are going up so much. Oh, there's so many holes for this. There's the stab right here. They're gonna be crazy. You want that brass mid piece? Yeah. The glare is I mean, it's, don't get me wrong, it's a cool board, but I don't know how worth it is these days. Lumen, Seal 80, and GST Singularity. Speaking of something like a singularity, um, space theme just reminded me of Event Horizon and how it's been 2 years and 3 months almost exactly since I paid for that board, and I don't think it's even close to being delivered. I think there's still maybe 3-4 months away. That one hurts. That's a a board that I probably is the board that I was the most excited for when I purchased it. And at this point I'm just, wow, dude, like, do I even care about this anymore? I spent $900 2 years and 3 months ago and I haven't seen it. I have not seen this board. It's not an exit scam. There's just it's just mismanagement. It's all over the place. Everyone involved just kind of dropped the ball. But I mean, they're still trying. I'm sure it's gonna get delivered. It's just like, wow, dude, come on. All right, but moving on from my depression about a keyboard. Which plate do you guys want to try first? The 4 millimeter ABS or aluminum? Yeah, dude. I mean, it was gonna. I knew it wasn't gonna. They had quoted 5 months or 6 months for delivery, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. That's genuinely not gonna happen. Um, so I wasn't shocked when they first announced the that it was delayed, but man, 2.5 years? That's crazy, dude. Yeah, Reggie's here, Ferg. Alright, also I have MX Oranges or HMX Ash. Which one do you guys want to try for this? The other will obviously go in the aluminum build. Oranges. Okay, that's one vote for orange. Can we get another for orange? Any for Ash? Leave the origins for Alu. Okay, someone break the tie. Reggie, oranges or Ash? Ash just to counter. All right. these um these plates are cool. I don't know if you guys were here when I was talked about it at the very start, but I do have a build ready with the PEI 4 millimeter plate, built with some HMX KD 400. So it'd be interesting to compare them to this. Yeah, it's super fun. It feels like kind of a bit more stiff, and a bit deeper than what you would expect the material to sound like. Also, I wish I was able to make contact with my wood guy to get some super blonde white stuff picking up on Saturday. Ooh, nice, dude. Yeah, I was talking to Ferg about how it looks, just like the concept one that you made. It looks so sick already, dude. For those of you that don't know, Reggie here, he makes and sells these really cool keycap pullers. I believe it's turnt wood pullers. Um, and they're just so sick. He recently did a turnt wood pullers on Insta. Here, I'll actually link his Instagram. But yeah, he recently did a raffle for a collaboration with Captain Sterling for Orenji to have a matching keycap puller, and man, it looks so sick. As soon as I saw that, I knew I had to slide in those DMs and get a collab going for Kintsugi. But yeah, definitely take a look at that, guys. It's dude, there's these pullers are so sick. But yeah, he's cooking something up for Kintsugi, and then we'll be able to share that soon. Can confirm I have two, and they feel too nice to use sometimes. Dude, it feels like I'd be scared to use it. I was like, damn, dude, I don't want to damage this. It's kind of like a showpiece, you know? I'm gonna be bringing that thing to meets and showing it off. Turn wood pullers. I missed that. Turn to wood pullers. Oh, ads. No. Hopefully the ads don't last too long. Alright, are the ads done? Did we make it? So this is I learned my ad blocker stopped working. Alright, we're back. Okay, one thing I love about these thick plates, dude, it's so easy to just slide the switch in. Like, they just snap right in every time. My market is so poor that no one pays for ads here. that's that's kind of funny. Honestly, if you don't use an ad block and you're like a big like Twitch viewer or I guess watcher, you like watching streams, I think Twitch Turbo is super worth it. You don't get I think you get ad free on every channel, and it's like 10, 12 bucks I think a month. Which I mean it's a lot, but if you really put it to use, I think it's super worth it. That's not a it's not a hashtag ad, by the way. It's just I have it. I used to be really into streams like a long time ago. Twitch Turbo ads are the only ads you get. Yeah, they're trying to get you. Get this subscription so that you stop seeing ads about it. I don't watch too many live streams, so I just deal. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not worth it if you don't watch a lot of streams. These days, the only streams I watch are like people I know, like personally, just to support them and stuff. I don't really have the free time to watch streams. Ooh, let me let me allow that message. There you go. That's who's getting for YouTube Premium. I feel like YouTube Premium goes like you're getting a better value. Doesn't it come with what's it called? YouTube Music too? I feel like YouTube Premium is probably the best value subscription you can have because like who doesn't watch YouTube videos all the time, you know? And then it comes with stuff on top of that. Like, come on, I don't have it, but you know, I feel like if I were to have it, if I were to have a subscription, that would be it. The way they handled library management is pretty dumb. What do you mean? Like, do you mean for YouTube Music? It's just bad. Adding an artist to your library in YouTube Music equals subscribing to their Oh, that is that's weird. What? Yeah, why would they do that? We thought that was a good idea. Went from 30 channels to 400. Jesus. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I can't say I use my subscribe to feed very often. I usually just use the front recommended page. But yeah, that's weird. Crazy thing is, I don't listen to much music at all. It's all audiobooks, books or podcasts. Yeah. I don't think I've ever sat through an entire podcast. I just wasn't watching one that was interesting to me, and I don't know. I don't ever feel like there's one that will interest me, so I just don't bother trying them. But I'm sure if I were to try some, I would find some that I would actually enjoy. All right, so for this board, it's kind of interesting. I thought it was weird, but it's kind of interesting. This little like TPU ABS buffer that you have as sort of like a mid piece between the cases, and also sandwiches the PCB assembly. In the top case, you have these as well, which are kind of the same thing. I don't know how well you can see them, but the PCB assembly doesn't touch the metal of the case at all, on the mounting points, which is pretty cool. Um, it kind of makes me want to remove all of it and put it together and see how it sounds without it. But it's not that's not what they intended for you to do, so I'm not gonna do it. Also, I don't know if it would fit together without it. Zero original thoughts. I cannot win. What do you mean? Missed a couple of messages. Listen to history podcast while driving, but I watched listen to a ton of long form video, essays, analysis type channels. Also, I didn't notice this at first, but there was like a plastic. I don't know what material this is, so I'm just gonna say plastic cover over the bottom of the case. I was doing thinking about doing a TP the TPU layer. Hey, well, I mean, listen, it's hard to have original thoughts. Um, but yeah, I think they did this previously on the Smoke 65. It's also a Sensy board. I believe with the polycarbonate version, so it's you can lift it. Like if I were to turn the case over, it would like lift up a little bit, but I think it's under the buffer. Um, so I think if you really wanted to, you can remove it. But this is sort of like I don't know if you guys ever tried the S100. That it also has that sort of a plastic layer that can go on the bottom of the case, which is removable on that one as well. But it doesn't make too much of a difference in sound wise on at least on the S100. I did um try building it without it. It doesn't make too much of a difference. So I don't know the whole reason for it. It might be so that there's no chance of shorting the PCB. I don't know. I don't think it does too much sound wise, in my opinion. I know for the S100 they did specify that it was for acoustic reasons, but I didn't find that big of a difference with or without it. By the way, didn't Seal 80 have an EC PCB? Would you like to build with Metapulse Valkyries? Uh, so I would love to, but I don't have. The only PCBs I have are two Hot Swap MX PCBs, and then one of the combo PCBs that is already built with an Alps build. I would love to build it with Metapulse, but I just don't have. I don't have a PCB for it, and I think I don't have enough springs either. But I will say that I don't love EC, and that's putting it lightly. I am very much against EC. But that Metapulse build was fun. Alrighty, time to log off and go to dinner, homework, family stuff. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Uh, yeah, have good luck with your homework. Hope you have a good dinner, and yeah, we'll see you next time, and we'll definitely check on those pullers. Would you after suffering the other day? So yeah, so it was that build was that was the longest time I've spent on a build. Um, but it was fun. It was interesting. I like doing new things. Um, so I had fun. It is very tedious though, but yeah, I would definitely do it again. I actually think I'm gonna work on that build. I bought some BDZ so that I could I'll stick around long enough to say EC feels really good to tap on. Yeah, that's exactly my thought. Um, I don't like how it sounds. But the Metapulse one didn't sound too bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I bought some thicker lube to be able to use on the stab keys because mine were a little rattly. Specifically, the spacebar kind of sounds really bad, and really like the top out on it is really loud. So I'm hoping I can fix it with the thicker lube, or at least it does something to help it. Because besides that, I don't have an issue at all with how that sounds. It's pretty muted, but it works well. I actually left that board in the office today. I took it to work, and it works well. I'm worried I'll drop. Yeah, actually, Ferg, that would probably work for you. Yeah, I did drop that assembly. At least it was very early into the build, and it didn't make too much of a difference for me. Am I putting this in the wrong way? Am I dumb? This PCB had a little bit of damage on that. The JST board. Hopefully it works. I guess I don't need it to work. There is another build, but there we go. It's more of a board weight issue than a clumsy. Well, you build it outside of the board. You put it. Well, actually, I don't know how that board builds, so I can't even say that. Um, but yeah, at least the way I built it, because I was just able to build it outside of the board and then just drop it in, So the board wasn't really a factor until I was already done. I don't care how it's gonna work, and it's a bit scary, dude. I am definitely looking forward to that stream though. I want to see from the outside in, a first timer doing the EC. I've never seen its internals, so I'm not going to spoil myself. It'll be fun though, especially because you'll have Chris there to laugh at you. Are you experienced with Dynacap? No, not at all. Actually, I've never tried it. The only EC that I had tried before my build that I did recently was like actual HHKB. So and I didn't love it. So this was a kind of I guess a game changer for me. I know a lot of people prefer like the OEM HHKBs uh when instead of the MX converted EC builds. But I think I'm the opposite. Gonna be a super fun stream. Chris is a likable guy too. Yeah, Chris is cool. He's a cool guy. Have you heard of the new Breaking Benjamin stuff? You sent me one song like a while ago, a few months ago. I forgot it was Awaken, I think. That's a good song. That one's on the playlist. I joined a group buy with Dynacap kit, and it's all makes me feel buyer's remorse. So I don't know. I've heard people that have tried Dynacap say that it's not the easiest to work with. So I don't know, but I can't say anything. I've never tried it myself. All I can tell you is that the Metapulse one seems beginner friendly. Um, I didn't have much issue with it, other than just having to look at the build guide all the time. The build guide is pretty good. It didn't leave anything out. It has diagrams for you to follow as well. So it's yeah, it's cool. I need keycaps for this. Should I open Wob Katakana for this? Yes, no, yes, no. I don't know what else to put on this. I'm not a green board kind of guy, so I don't have green keycaps or keycaps that work well with green. I don't have beige, so don't suggest it. Oh, for that I'm using toxic. Should I put toxic? True patty scam. Do you guys think toxic would work on this? I feel like that color's way off, but let's try it. Why not? I just won't use the alert row. Yeah, this color's way off, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Um, so on that topic of solar green, I actually I fucked around too much with that and didn't realize when it ended, and I ended up not actually buying one. Don't tell Patty though; he still thinks I bought two. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping Bull has extras for that. Do you have toxic? Don't put it on. Just send it to me. I actually just got toxic. I got it like maybe like Friday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. Um, I traded um Skadolcha for it. Hey Fede, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I traded Skadolcha for this with Flyback because I didn't actually like Skadolcha. The reason I had it was because was a friend was like kind of just exiting the hobby and getting rid of it, and it was in great condition. So I was like, man, I can't pass that up. So I bought it for homie price. So I was like, okay, cool. And I've always wanted Toxic, so uh, and Flybeck really wanted Skadolcha, so we decided why not trade. That way, the sets can go to someone that will enjoy them. Yeah, it was my Skadolcha. All things considered, that Skadolcha was in great shape. It had a little bit of shine on the spacebar, but that being a stock color base set, I had extra spacebars uh, that matched the alphas, so I just sent one of those to him, and yeah, yeah, I can't wait to see what he puts that on. I couldn't find a board for it as much as I tried. I'm not that into orange boards. I like bright colors, but not orange. Not like that. Anyways. I like an orange by SD. So yeah, so that's one of the few oranges that I like. That and the board I built a few weeks ago. I guess it's been a couple months at this point. The Fin 60 XT, that orange was amazing. I don't think I've ever seen an orange like in person that just looked that good. Like Ferg, you know how hey Mochief, how you doing? Ferg, you know how the what's it called? I was gonna say, oh, the S100 orange. Like we both really like it, dude. That puts that orange like to shame. Like it doesn't even hold a candle to the Fin orange, dude. Oh, it was so sick. I'm so sad it failed to hit MOQ. It's so sad, dude. That board deserved to be made. The design of it was insane. The colors were sick. I'm so sad on that one. Orange board, yeah, it is. I would I like the other way around. I like a dark blue navy board with a little bit of with some orange on the keycaps. I think the Fin may have, well, it's not a popular layout anywhere. I think if he was able to get some vendors in China, like some direct vendors like Z Frontier or KBD fans, I think that would have helped the board out a lot. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to. I would say it's hard getting vendors to commit to a board like that when it's such a niche layout. Constantly questing, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I heard him kind of mention that. I think he said he was going to try to make it cheaper. I think he floated the idea, if I'm not mistaken, of just making it a regular 60, which I wouldn't be opposed to, but I think it takes a little bit of the charm away from it. So sad to see you having a hard time with this GMK set. I'll take the high road take off you. Dude, this is one of the sets that I've like I looked hard for this set and could never. It wasn't that hard to find in general, but it was always so expensive. So I'm glad I was able to trade for it. True, true. They don't know for it. I didn't pay for it. I had GMK Skadolcha and Flybeck really wanted Skadolcha. He had Toxic. I really wanted Toxic, so we decided to just trade. And Skadolcha I had gotten from a friend that was exiting the hobby, and I got it for a really really good price. I think it was actually close to, if not like group buy price. That's exactly how I feel about Kokogo. I will likely never get rid of it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get rid of Toxic at any point. I like it too much. Yeah, but I don't know if any of those are guaranteed to run, you know? Like, is the Toxic designer still, like, someone they could reach out to? The green is a bit off. Yeah, I think it still looks good. I think if the alert row would be too much for this color, but I'm hoping, at least from the Pantone, that for the CCTKL, it's gonna look great. If GMK is ruining my precious sets, Toxic must too. Toxic just like me? Exactly. Oh, Vice, I saw you say hi earlier. My bad, I missed it. I was a little distracted. How was your day, Vice? I'm waiting for the day I could pick up GMK Underworld from a thrift store for $5. I mean, Underworld will probably rerun. If Ishtar is rerunning, Underworld will rerun. I have hope. Although it's not really like in my Grail sets, but I got NK Sand at a thrift store from like years ago and gave it away. My day was good, and I'm just taking timestamps for Reddit. How's yours? Um, Pretty good, other than not getting enough sleep last night. As you probably noticed by the time I was replying to people on Discord at. This looks kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's see. Pause the music real quick, and we'll do a sound test. So this is the 4mm ABS plate with HMX Ash. And ready for a sound test here. Sorry, I had a little sneezing fit. Where are my filters? Okay. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't for. Here we go. I'll do that one again. That's better. Rig's a nerd. How do you just notice that? Way brighter than I expected. Yeah, it's actually so. Yeah, this is a lot brighter than the PEI one. Where's D tier superpower? My right hand, I only type with my index. No, I use these three. Barely middle finger, but these two mostly. Yeah, so I hadn't used this one. I have used a couple in the past, and they were deeper than like when using that material in a like normal 1.5 millimeter. But I guess ABS sounds kind of bright. I guess these are really bright switches too. HMX Ash, so that could be part of it. All right. So, do you guys want to hear the already built um, KD 400 on PEI, or should I do the aluminum plate build now? This shitty superpower is probably I'm able to put my own designs up. Yeah, that might be that might explain it. Oh, let me turn the music. Can't wake up. I'm kind of digging this board. I'm digging the look. I think personally, I would get one of the cooler weights, but yeah, I think the only reason, yeah, it is pretty Bauer-ish, like the little the arch. It's cool. um, yeah, I think the only reason I will be personally not getting one of these. So you can get a pretty tame one. This one is kind of it's like really loud. Like if you look at it, I don't know, like it's loud. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this like design of accent. I like it being like right here. Like hold on. Like this is my siren. Oh, oops. This is my siren. I like accents like this better. They're small, tiny little thing. Are you trying to sell the Haven? I feel like there's other reasons you might be trying to sell your Haven. I can't say I was a big fan of the Haven TKL soundwave. The Lotus TKO, like the Lotus 80, the recent one, or what do you mean? I might not be tapped in enough to know what you're talking about. Actually, you know what? I we're gonna do this build because I kind of want to keep this one. I'm gonna use it for a couple days after this, and this is what I'm gonna use to take pictures. Um, so we're gonna put this build in and then take this apart and do the alu build on this one. I like the board. Otherwise, just the blue accent piece of silver board forces your hand. Yeah, I get that. You got to use for a good price. Yeah, I mean, as long as I don't think I think at like group buy price, I don't think it's worth it for that board. Oh shit, I gotta start on your drawers. Yeah, well, I mean, you could have started yesterday when I messaged you at 3 in the morning. like a month ago when we talked about it. Yeah, I mean, I never got back to you. To be fair, I never got back to you after I got this riser. Because this one is, I believe, a little taller than the other one, and it's not divided, so I'm more free to make them a little longer, shorter. All right, let's put this baby in. Yeah, I like the look of the 4mm PEI plate. Slightly translucent, very thick. It's aesthetically pleasing. Are 4mm plates a new hype thing, or is it just a coincidence that I started to hear about them recently? I think it's a coincidence. They've been around for a while. All that software to adjust. Oh damn. Ferg, how long ago was it that you were looking to get that 4.5mm PP plate cut? Weren't you guys looking for someone that would cut that for like 6 months or something? That was like 2 years ago now, right? Since like 2020. Yeah. They're not new, but they're not common. Like not at all. It's rare when you see a group buy off of them. In the aftermarket, you'll see them more often because people know you can do them, so they some people like them, so they do them. Um, but but yeah, they do. They haven't been around for a while. Ultim, on the other hand, or PEI, is kind of a hype material. I'd say still, kind of started it towards the middle of last year. It started getting a lot of popularity. Dude, kind of annoying to put these screws in. But PEI is on. Haven't tried any of the plastic plates yet, like at all, and anything. Piss PC is pretty cool. It is pretty cool, but I think it's getting overused. Like the piss snake looked really cool, but I don't know. I think it's like it's a little too much. All I've done so far is Alu and CF and bronze. Tried bronze before, some like PC or Palm. I feel like PC and Palm were probably the first ones I ever tried. Um, but that's mostly because when I like the first build I ever did, I was thock pilled, so I was going for that deep sound signature. I'm getting used to ISO. There's no way you're getting used to quartz. There's no way you set your keyboard to quartz. You're definitely just using QWERTY layout with quartz keycaps. I got a really cheap Dyna TKL Proto, $80, and it came with a bronze plate. That's cool. I'm always looking to try new materials. A lot of them kind of end up not being too much of a difference in terms of like sound when it comes to plastic, but some of them do. Like ABS, in my opinion, is way brighter than most other plastics. You are correct, it's still bound to QWERTY. No way in hell I'm doing that. 4.25mm plates delivered September 22. Yeah, that's forever. Where did you end up getting those cut? Was it Key Spencery or something? PCB way? Damn. Dude, I've been trying to get PCB way to make some PC wrist rest for the 9less, but they have ghosted me in DY. It's been like 2 months and they have yet to respond to our emails. We had to have one remade, but they didn't turn out too bad. what was wrong with it? Was it just like cut incorrectly? The switch holes were too small, or what? The tab thickness were inconsistent and I had selected high tolerance, so they remade it. Ah, I see. Okay. I think the spacebar sounds better in this build. Pause music. You haven't rebuilt the board since it turned out so good. That's the Suse, right? Alright, now we got KD 400 on the 4mm PEI plate. Yeah, so this is the plate. So I had talked a little bit about this to some people on Discord about the thick plate. That yeah, like this sounded like I expected it to. It sounds deeper. um, but yeah, the ABS one sounds pretty bright, which is unexpected. But yeah, overall, I think this build sounds really good. I really like it. I've been using it for a couple days. It's good. Sounds more how I would expect a thick sound. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if it's the switch. I should try the same switch in in that build. Just to make sure it's not a switch difference. I mean, they're both HMX, but KD400 is probably one of the less loud, sort of deep leaning HMX. They're not deep, like at all, but like for an HMX, it's definitely towards the bottom. And then I highly recommend Cherry on thick plate. It's crazy full sound. Alright, so I'll definitely try that as well. We're gonna do Cherry on aluminum though. 3 switch. I could, yeah. Let's try that. I need to put this on. I don't normally like doing these because it's kind of hard to get a feel for the switch with just 3 switches. But for the sake of saving time, I do want to do that Cherry build. So I don't want to have to rebuild with this now. No, it's definitely still deeper. Hold on. It's definitely a little louder and a little bit higher, but not what I would the same amount that the other plate was. But yeah, so it's not so much a plate difference, but I mean a switch difference. It's the plate. This plate definitely sounds overall better for me. So this is, I just grabbed that one because it was more like easier for me to grab. But this is the one I use normally, the TX one. I've tried some of those expensive Gateron ones and whatnot, and it's such a waste of money, dude. Like, they're worse. They're worse than this like $2 TX puller. I also tried like these. This one I have because it came free with a board from Wuche a long time ago. It's nice, but like yeah, it's way too thin. It kind of gets annoying to use. But yeah, I think if anyone ever asks me for a recommendation on a switch puller, it's got to be the TX one. I spent like $50 on diff pullers before getting the $9 TX and spent on all of them. Yeah, yeah. I've had actually, I think I still have the Gateron one. That's like a long, like square tube that you press the thing on the top to release the switch. Like you go like release it. That one sucks. it's like $40 and it sucks, dude. Gonna lurk for a few. Need to clean. All right, you better be back. What? How do you guys feel about switch pushers? I wanna hear some opinions before I share mine. Never felt the need to try. Yeah, so I've always said, man, these things are useless. Why would anyone need this? You just push it in with your hand. That was until I got Kale calligraphies. I had a sore thumb for about a day and a half. This is the TX one I'm talking about, or you mean the Switch pusher? The pusher, yeah, just any in general. I don't mean like a specific one, but dude, Kale calligraphies are such a pain in the ass if you try it on any plate that isn't plastic, like on CF, on alu, anything. It's such a pain in the ass. You like when you put it in, you're breaking off like pieces of the Switch. Like I've never felt like I ever needed a Switch pusher until I had that Switch in like in my hand trying to put it in a board. It's such a pain in the ass. And it wouldn't bother me if I didn't like how they sounded, but I like how they sound, so I like using them. It's really annoying. I should just take this PCB out since we're gonna swap the plate anyways. I asked a friend to print me a pusher for EC since there's already printed stuff for me, but I think it's needed. I didn't use one. I don't know. I didn't think it was needed, at least for the Metapulse kit. So the Metapulse kit has like these little, like kind of like tabs on the front and back of the housing that kind of make it lock in place and stay there. So it's pretty easy once you get the hang of like the angle that you need to put it in to get it to work correctly. The little TX one isn't terrible. It does the job. I don't generally use them as like to feel the Switch is seating correct. Yeah, so I never felt like I would ever use one, but now I kind of want to get one specifically for calligraphies. And now that there's the Kale calligraphy tactile is coming, I feel like I really need them. Because if they sound like calligraphies and don't have any ticking, leaf noise, or spring ping, I think that tactile is going to be really good. They are like $5 and kind of neat because they spread the force around the edge evenly instead of most of the force on the stem alone. Yeah, like I can see the advantage of having one and the reason why some people might have one. I just never thought I would ever actually need one. I didn't think I would be in a spot where I'm like, I really wish I had a Switch pusher. But mostly unneeded. I never bothered to try calligraphy. Calligraphy is good. I like them. They're not perfect, but the sound is pretty. I'd say it's unique. Um, I see people compare them to the Kale BCPs. I don't think they sound at all like BCPs, but I guess maybe it was because that was like the last Switch that Kale, the last custom Switch that Kale produced. So people were just like, I don't know, trying to see how it stacked up against it because a lot of people like that the BCPs. I feel like for me, Lanakai just the scratch isn't there. I don't know. Every time HMX tries the scratch thing, I feel like it doesn't work. Um, so I feel like they need to. That's not their strong suit, and I feel like they need to stop. I guess at some, if they keep trying, they'll eventually get it right. But I don't think the scratch thing is just it's weird. Sound test, you missed it. There's no more sound test left. But yeah, like HMX, RBO also. I don't know why you're here, Frank. You're here to moderate. But yeah, the HMX RBO are also not like a thing I like. I feel like HMX is really good at loud, clacky, uh, full bottom out, long pulls, and if they stick to that, they'll keep making good switches. How do you like this board? I haven't been paying attention to this board at all. So it's actually really cool. There's a lot of things that I find like very interesting about the board, like this TPU divider layer between the cases. So the PCB and plate assembly never actually make contact with the case. It's all in the bottom. It's this TPU material, and then here it's, I believe this is ABS. I don't know actually. I actually don't know. Don't quote me on that. But they have little like stoppers. So it's like you're not getting much resonance, whether you like resonance or not. That's but it is personal. It is kind of like a long force break, um, but it changes the sound a little more than that, I'd say. I want to try it without it, but I don't think the board will actually work because it's pretty thick. This one and the one on the top case, they're pretty thick. So I don't think the board will work without it. No, it's not because the case goes over it. The top case. The PC version you can get, or actually I don't know if it's available for all of them, but I know you can get a version that has this same buffer. Make me new keyboard. I can make you a keyboard if you give me the money to buy all the parts for you, Frank. But yeah, you can get this in copper, this little buffer part, and I want to try that. I really want to try that. I guess, yeah. You're basically, it is basically like a sandwich top mount. I guess the better way to say it is isolated top mount. I've been brainstorming ways to mount with TPU. It seems interesting. I would like it if I would like to try without it, but I don't want to mess with the board too much because this is how it's meant to be. This is what they had in mind, so. But yeah, I think more importantly, so I haven't tried the regular aluminum plate. So far, I've only tried this 4mm PEI plate and the 4mm ABS plates, and they sound interesting. The ABS one sounds brighter than I would have expected. This one sounds really good. I'm not big on the PEI hype train. I think it's mostly kind of just flavor of the month. I think 4mm is good. It will sound much deeper than like that same material at a or at least that's what we thought today. For PEI it's true. It sounds deeper than like regular PEI, like the 1.5mm plates. But for ABS it still sounds pretty bright. And I don't know. I don't know how it works with the ABS plate. I didn't expect that at all. But for this one, it actually makes the board sound really good. I don't know if that's just the difference between KD400 being also a little quieter and not as high pitched as Ash, but we did try a couple of Ash switches in this, and it sounded better in this than it did in the ABS plate. Ash was in this plate. The few switches that we tried in this was actually pretty cool. I don't feel like I recognize your name, but I am unsure. Well, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think Ash in this, if I were to do a full build I'll do it with the PEI plate instead of the ABS. Like Valk streams amazingly. Oh, this is the third in a row I got. Well, thank you. I've been wanting to do more, like stream more often, but I don't. Are you a Jer viewer? I am friends with Jared. I haven't talked to him in a really long time, but yeah, I am friends with him. That's where I met you from. It's me, Ape. Oh, Ape. Oh, I remember you. I'm pretty sure I remember you. Yeah, I could actually tell. Alright, we're gonna try Cherry in this one. How much I send for keyboard peg cut? Frank, try that sentence again, please. I don't know what you mean. Is this regular Alu or for? It's regular. It's just 1.5 millimeter. This is like a baseline. So we can see if this TPU layer actually is doing a lot. Peak inbound? What do you mean? Oh, cherry on Alu? I'm curious to see how the TPU affects it, because, like, you know what to expect from cherry on Alu, right? I feel like this song plays every stream. Well, I hope you have a good stream. I have to leave my call because I couldn't hear anything you were saying. Well, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Have a good day. Good rest of your day. My peep again. Thank you. Well, if you do, you're always welcome here. Sent you something on Discord. All right, let me check. And put me on it a few weeks. All right, let's take a look. This up. Dude, it's still annoying to me that it opens up a tab before opening Discord. I mean, not Discord, before opening Spotify. Where are all the Unicus? Don't they hang out here usually? Sometimes. Not always. People don't always have the time to be here. Vice was here earlier. Mochief was here earlier. I forget if any of the other Unikey regulars were in here. Especially with a weekday stream. Yeah, like, I mean, I usually stream on, like, Saturday afternoon, so, you know, people are free. But Monday night stream, not my norm, and probably not the best time for most people. Been going a while. How much longer are you going to be? I'm tempted to start losing some cherry reds if you're running well. So probably another 30-ish, 40 minutes maybe. It depends. I may actually, yeah, I'll finish this build. We'll do the sound test, and then I'll show you guys the Alps PCB that was already. It came with the board, because this board came to me from a different creator. I think it was actually built by Sergeant Finley. If you guys know him, he's the Alps guy. So I think he built the Alps PCB for this. So I can do a quick sound test on that as well. I just got back on Tuesday. I forgot how weird the space bar here. Weird in what way? I don't think I've ever seen him do a non-Alps build. Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, that's his niche. It's really cool. Like, he's the guy. He's the go-to guy for Alps. You know, I think that's cool. I've tuned into a few of his streams. That man can talk. I wish I could. I mean, I'm always talking too, but like he like there's nonstop. Like, there's no silence. I wish I could like talk like that. I always have like random pauses and silences here and there, but yeah, his streams are pretty entertaining. Yap extraordinaire. It's honestly so impressive. Yeah. I'll send you a typing test real quick. Don't have to view it on stream. Forget. All right. I always have random pauses here and there. Random pause. Yeah, that was the whole point of it, Frank. Frank, if you actually want me to build you another keyboard, I can. But I'll talk to you after this stream, probably in like 30 minutes if you're still around. That's me bedtime. Yeah, I figured. And I forgot how long the song is. It's actually crazy. You know, work tomorrow if you're around in the afternoon. Yeah, I mean, well, I'll be. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta go in the office, but I'll be home and around probably around 4:30. I can't wait to see Evan dying trying the song live. Yeah, he's been struggling on his Guitar Hero arc. Fun song for rhythm games though. Yeah, it is. I think maybe on Friday I'm gonna try to lube or like hand lube the dry camellias, and I think I'm gonna stream it just to have people to talk to. But I don't know. I personally think the lubed ones sound better than the dry ones. I don't know if you guys caught the comparison video I did. But I want to see if I can improve the dry ones, at least sound wise, with just a light coat of 205. Loop streams are so fun, and 50 switches a day isn't bad either. I'll try to do all of them at once, but I'm probably not gonna be able to do that. Dude, it's been so long since I modded switches. Like genuinely, it's been so long. I don't usually go for more than 30 a session. Yeah, the only time one time I was watching Killers of the Flower Moon and lubing switches, so that was a long session. I managed to get like I think like 100 or so. Yeah, that's a long ass movie. If you guys don't know that movie, it's also a really good movie. You should watch it. But yeah, I feel like most of these most of newer switches just it's not worth lubing. You might get a marginal improvement, but like it's not enough for me to take all that time to sit there and lube 90 or so switches. I wouldn't mod anything other than Cherry. Yeah, I mean there's other men like some Gateron stuff is also probably worth modding. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Gateron, I got my Oil King tactiles in. You guys a quick little just gonna press it on the microphone. They're actually better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. Feel wise, I like them. Sound wise, they're okay. Dude, did you see the tactile Milky Yellows? I kind of want to get those too. I personally don't like Milky Yellows either. Um, I wish they would do a tactile version of the deep ink switches. I feel like that would be a very expensive switch. I mean, it already is a very expensive switch. But I would be very interested to try that. I'm not usually into like deeper switches, but I think those sound really good, just in general. Every time Alex builds with them, I turn it off. Yeah, I'm not a. I just was never a fan of the Milky Yellows. If I was gonna mod a Switch, I guess they're affordable, but if I was gonna mod a Switch, it was gonna be Cherry. He builds with them a lot, yeah. And he always got the he's always got the pocket Nixie too. Films 63.5 TX and GH34. I found Vint Blacks. West German pre 1972. I'm kind of excited for this. To see how this sounds. Mostly because I want to know if this TPU buffer is actually doing much. It's hard to tell when I use plates that I'm not familiar with. Like I know what PEI sounds like, I know what ABS sounds like, but I don't know exactly what 4 millimeter thick ABS and PEI sound like. Now they're unidentified and probably ship batch. So basically pre-tool. I put GH4 and everything, but I go light. Not a fan of GH4. That must really make him slow and quiet. I've never used GH4. So I can't speak to how it makes the Switch sound or feel. I think the integrated plate in my Rama 60 is 4 millimeters. Sounds like shit. Is it is it a metal 4 millimeter plate though, or is it plastic? I don't know what it is. I think 4 millimeter works great for plastics. I don't think it would work very well for something like aluminum or brass or copper. Integrated plate moment. Cut right out of the top case as one solid piece. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I even like the thought of that. Dude, I'm waiting on so many boards, and I wish I could do more off like streams more often, but I don't have enough content. Like I felt like going into this year, I was gonna get so many boards within Q1 that I would be able to stream at least once a week, but they're all delayed. Every single one of them. There's like 6 boards that are just delayed right now. It's super weird. They machine the top frame, plate, and all in one solid block. Yeah, it's just really weird. I don't know. I guess depending on how you do it, it could work really well. I don't want to say it's automatically going to be bad, but it just seems weird to me. Oh, oops, we got to switch. that sound like that. It's weird. Interesting. Oh yeah, it's super flexy. I tried like lifting it a little bit. It lifts pretty well. It's pretty flexy. The YMDK wing is played out with a Dremel when it was 30 times better. That's commitment. Yeah. Cutting the the whole thing down with a Dremel. I don't like how the spacebar sounds. Wait, no, it just I think it wasn't seated on one side. That's better. Berg, do you know if we have enough people yet for that the CC TKO? Not as many options as there are now. I had to make do. That was just a hobby in 2020. Yeah, I mean, these days, these youngins got it good. Everything's affordable and everything's available all the time. Biggest. All right. We're at 14 out of 15 right now, if I'm counting right. All right, so then we're set. I am in. If we need it, I am in for 2. Yeah, if I had won that Kohaku raffle, I would be saying no to 2, but I didn't, so I think I can swing 2. I do want a purple and Shrek, so I think I'm not that bothered with getting 2. You have that Nor barrel coming up? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, definitely don't feel like you need to get 2. You just want to? Yeah, I mean, it is a cool looking book. Oops, I'm an idiot. I really like the purple. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I think that might be very close to the purple of what my larva was, and if it is, I'm gonna love that purple. I think the only reason I ended up selling the larva was I just bought too many things. And friends ask about my designs when they visit, so it'd be nice to have a few more examples. Yeah, that'd be cool, dude. That other TKO that you teased is looking pretty hot. Not gonna lie, the Addo. I forget. Is that what it was? Oh, the other one. Just wait. We have crazy cool plans for engravings on the cage. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that side profile looks really cool though. I will not elaborate on what the cage is. All right. I'll be surprised when I see it then. I sure hope my camera doesn't die today. I forgot to charge my other battery, so it's only like halfway. That is my single original thought though. Okay, so I'll be interested to see. It better be good. Another Valve stream without a dummy battery, dude. The last one was 3 days ago. You expect me to have one already? I honestly, as soon as stream ends, I completely forget. If I'm being completely honest with you, head empty, no thoughts. As soon as stream ends. Well, I'll order it. I'll order it before the stream ends, right? So that I don't forget. All right. Let's do a sound test. All right. Cherry MX Orange on aluminum plate. All right. Yeah, so I like the spacebar, but yeah, the alphas sound deeper than they normally would. Let's see. I don't like this at all for full cherry on aloe. Sounds crispy. Yeah, the spacebar is good. So it does sound a little deeper, not by much, the alphas, than what I would expect, but not like drastically. I will say that for me, I probably would use the PEI plate, the 4mm one. I actually really like how that sounds, but um, I like this as well. I do really like the spacebar. What was I gonna say? Completely lost my train of thought. How would you make the alphas more crispy? I don't know. So I don't know if this is actually due to the TPU buffer that it has, but yeah, you can get you can lube less. You can use thinner lube. These are actually I bought these modded from Unikeys. Yeah, on the switches, so these are modded switches that I bought from Unikeys. So pre-modded, they modded them. Um, so I don't remember exactly what's in it. Um, but yeah, normally I've used this set of MX oranges pretty often on other builds, and this is usually better to start with dry. I mean, so for cherry, I would say you should definitely always change the spring, because their springs suck. You can use them dry though. Once you do that, you can do that, and then just add a little bit of lube at a time. Need Valk to try how I prep MX. I have tried them when you sent me the Ferg 60. That's why I got MX oranges, was because I tried your Ferg 60 build. Cherry stock lube is so bad. Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if the TPU buffer is what's making this sound a little deeper than I am used to, or it's just the board overall, like the internals. But overall, sounds good. I think I would probably use a cherry spacebar with a full HMX alpha build, just because these sound it does sound a little muddy on the alphas. It doesn't sound as clean as the HMX did. Breakers in. I haven't in a while, not since MX2A. Yeah, I don't feel like MX2A you really need to do too much to them. I think you don't need to film them, if you ask me personally. If you get them dry, you just gotta swap that spring, and you can use them dry, or you can apply a bit of lube. Okay, let me order that battery before I forget. Guys, what camera do I have? I forget. Oh, it's this one. Man, $20. That's a lot of dollars. Alright, fuck it. Alright, battery purchased. It'll be here tomorrow. He's cheaping out. Let's see. Dry and all springs nice from events are massive hit and miss unless you was harvesting them. If they both clean them in China, you're fucked. Make all of them hits without time to shoot. He's cheaping out. Dude, it's $20. You know what I could buy with $20? Kind of need that for streaming. I actually never turned my camera off. It's been on 24/7 for over a year. Jesus. But yeah, I did buy it, so I can buy a dumb. You're actually right. Yeah. All right. It is ordered though. I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm not gonna do the Alps showcase because I did buy a dummy battery. Yeah, that is what I'm buying. Um, but yeah, I am starving. I got home from work and straight to this, so haven't had dinner. Um, so I will see you guys next time. Um, I'll probably do a quick sound test with that Alps build, although I don't think Alps is meant for sound tests. It doesn't sound too great to me, but I'll do that as well. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Is there someone we can raid? Let's see. Do you guys see any streamers that you'd like to watch? Oh, Alex is streaming, but Alex doesn't need the raid. The Manic Geek is streaming, actually. Let's raid him. Ask him about weed. Alright, let's raid channel. Where is he? There he is. Alright. See you later, guys. Have fun in